am I saying? Running the earth, give me a month. Told all you niggas I'm in it to win it, cause having an Emmy just wasn't enough. You get sloppy drunk, I say whiskey neat. My clique should be canceled. Freaks and geeks. Freaks and geeks.
Welcome to the Nerd Meets World podcast. I'm your host, Dalton Barrett.
And I'm Zane Gannon.
And we're here to fuck shit up and take your money. Just kidding.
Not the money.
Not the money. We're just going to fuck shit up.
We're just here to take your opinion.
So the first topic we're going to talk about today, we're jumping right into this shit.
Let's jump right in.
We're no small talk.
No small talk.
No dick talk.
No dick talk.
Perfect.
Wait, what?
The first thing we want to talk about is, I think this may be actually the first thing we've ever talked about Marvel, because we never talk about Marvel.
Marvel's gay. I don't like Marvel.
I like their movies.
I don't like their movies.
I don't like Marvel comics.
I don't like Marvel comics. I don't like
Especially
Marvel.
the newer ones.
I like Marvel characters.
Yeah.
Thor is like he's up there. He's up there in the top 5.
The Incredible Hulk is badass.
The Incredible Hulk, think about it. If he gets aroused, do you think his little, like, purple cargos will just split right off?
Probably.
I mean, were they, like,
They're
spandex?
elastic.
They're elastic. That's what I was thinking.
So we're going to talk about We're talking about Avengers Infinity War, hopes and concerns. So I read some articles this week, and turns out this movie, and we kind of knew this, the first one, and there's 2 parts to it.
Okay.
It's called Part 1 and Part 2. They're coming out a year apart.
Okay.
But it's not really a 2-part movie.
No.
So the second one isn't even going to be called Part 2 anymore. They actually changed that.
What is it going to be?
They haven't titled it.
Oh, Jesus.
So there's Avengers Infinity War, and then just for the sake of it, we'll call it Infinity War Part 2.
Okay.
Just for the sake of simplicity. But Infinity War is definitely going to be your whole story. Thanos gathering the Infinity Gauntlets, how it's going to affect the Avengers. And then the second one's going to be kind of their comeback.
Ooh.
It's kind of what I'm seeing, or thinking.
The comeback.
Which would make sense. Here comes the comeback. The kid is back. Back on track, yeah. There goes my hero. Anyway.
Love it.
So what I read is that Part 2 is almost going to be, I don't want to say a reboot for the MCU,
Okay.
but it'll almost be how Days of Future Past, you saw Days of Future Past,
Yes.
right? You know how it kind of took and completely changed up the X-Men universe?
Yeah.
Well, I'm thinking that's kind of what Infinity War is going to be. It's almost like it's going to tie up all the loose ends that we had throughout the beginning of the MCU.
Okay.
And then the second in Part 2 is almost going to be introducing new characters, and then from there we're going to build on these new characters like we did in the first part.
Love it.
So I'm thinking the MCU could basically be MCU Part 1, Part 2, and so on and so forth until they've squeezed all the money out of us and we're all dead.
Just juice them.
Yeah, we're just juiced.
Just juiced.
So what are your hopes and concerns for Infinity War?
Well, I hope the characters are just splendid, just dandy, like candy. Just something
Dandy
that melts.
like candy.
Yes,
Candy
just sweeten
dandy.
your mouth. Just sweeten your mouth.
I like dicks in my mouth.
Well, that is also sweet, and also can
Thor's
be considered
dick.
a candy. No, Thor's dick is Norse.
Oh yeah, you're
They
right.
don't bathe.
You're right. You're right. I want Chris's dick. Guess which one?
Which one?
Because there are so many Chris's.
Bada bing.
You got Chris Evans,
Chris Evans.
Captain America, Chris Hemsworth, Thor. What's the dude from Parks and Rec?
Chris Pratt.
Chris Pratt, Star-Lord.
Star-Lord. I would want... No. I wouldn't want... He's a human. I would want Chris Evans, Captain America. That's some, like,
He's
super
also a
soldier
human.
dick. Super
But
soldier dick.
yeah, it's super dick.
Super dick. Oh, my God.
Super duper duper dick.
That would be the nicest dick. What are your hopes?
My hopes are I want them to tie up loose ends.
Oh, definitely.
One thing I do want to see definitely is I kind of want to see them explain Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Oh, yes.
Because I know as of right now it's not canon. Only the first season is, but I would really like to see Coulson back in this movie because he was in all of the Phase 1 movies up until the first Avengers where he died, and then they bring him back to life and they never put him in another movie.
It was kind of sad.
Yeah, it was pretty sad.
I mean,
but I really like Coulson like a lot.
Coulson's the best.
Yeah, so I definitely want to see some of him. That would be great.
I feel like Coulson has a dark past. that they just need to
He does. Have you not watched Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
No.
Coulson's got a dark-ass past.
Dark-ass past?
How they brought him back to life was dark as fuck.
Tell me about that dark-ass fuck.
All right, so we're going to do some spoilers here for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 1. If you haven't seen it, I don't know what's wrong with you. You're not going to watch it if you haven't seen it by this point, so whatever.
You're done.
Except for Zane, but he doesn't care about spoilers. It's
No,
because he's not going to watch it.
Because I'm not
Exactly.
gay like that, you know?
So basically
Well,
what
I'm
happens... So basically what happens
Lady
is they have to keep him awake while they're bringing him back to life,
Okay.
and then they have to erase his memory.
Okay.
And to do that, they have to like take off the top part of his skull,
Okay.
but they can't give him any anesthesia or anything. And
so
like,
he's just going in cold turkey, getting
yeah,
his head
so like
chopped off?
they like cut his skull off and everything, and you see him like screaming in agony, and then there's this thing like poking his brain, and he's just sitting there like crying, like saying, "Let me die, just let me die."
Oh, my God.
Yeah, and then eventually he remembers it, and all of the pain comes back to him.
Oh, that's great. I just love it when Pain comes back to one of my favorite characters, and
Right.
it's just so sad.
Right. They're bringing Ghost Rider into Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 4.
God.
I'm nervous. I think he would have done much better in a Netflix show because they're so much
Definitely.
darker.
Yeah.
Yeah. So maybe he'll come into one of the Netflix shows, and we'll get to
Netflix.
see him darker.
Oh, yes. Very
Yeah,
dark.
for sure. It's not Johnny Blaze, which is the
Yeah.
He was the first Ghost Rider.
Mm-hmm.
There's another one whose last name is Blake. I can't remember his first name. 'Cause I
Johnny
don't re-
Blake.
Johnny Blake. That's him. And he's the second Ghost Rider.
Oh.
So it's not Nick Cage Ghost Rider. 'Cause
I wanted a Cage Ghost Rider.
yeah, me too.
Perfect.
Perfect.
That looks like a nice
Concerns.
blue.
What are your concerns? Let's get back on topic.
Concerns. Why can't I clip? A concern. Let's see here. God dang. I mean, honestly, I'm just really thinking about the characters right now. I want them to keep... Like, Marvel has a very good job of giving you personality to their characters.
Well, the thing that Marvel does so much differently is they make your villains perfect, right?
Yeah.
You got your Loki. Loki
low-key
is the one.
Loki.
He's Loki.
He's Loki.
He's the only one with really a damaged past that I can personally think of. The rest of the villains, Ultron.
It's not even a damaged past, really.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
The rest of the villains, they almost seem like perfect.
Yeah.
And then the heroes are the ones that are damaged. And the heroes are the ones that have these emotional conflicts. And I think that's what Marvel does so well. And that's another thing that we'll probably see with Thanos.
Ooh, yes. I'm excited.
I'm excited too.
Are you hype?
My biggest concern is that it won't live up to hype.
God. I don't know. Marvel does a very good job with the hype.
That's
I feel-
true.
Yeah.
Me and Jamie talked about in our comic book movie Fatigue editorial, which link to that will be in the description. One thing that we did note is that Marvel has a very solid formula,
Okay.
and they almost always use that formula.
That could be leading to a fatigue.
Yeah, and I think that may be one of the biggest problems that Infinity War comes across is while it could be such a different movie than the rest, it's almost...
It won't be that different.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be quips and all of this shit. And not that that's a bad thing. It really worked.
Yeah.
But I feel like we're seeing the same movie over and over again.
I feel the same way. But
It's an enjoyable time
enjoyable,
watching it
yeah.
over and over again, but I think if we see it enough, it will get old.
it will get old. I feel like it's already getting old for some people. Mostly because they keep using it over and over. Like you said, it's almost recycling.
Yeah, so maybe what they could do with Infinity War is kind of put the cap on that
Yeah.
and maybe move forward in a
Maybe
different
make another
direction.
formula that they'll
Yeah,
just use.
make another formula that they'll use until the next...
And then we just won't understand
Until the
for like
next
10
cap,
years.
and then there will be the next cap.
The next
And
cap.
Yeah,
It'll just be a
until
sort of
they
caps.
squeeze all of the money out of our dicks.
Out of our dicks. I mean, that's exactly where currency comes from. you
Yeah,
know?
dude,
I mean,
prostitution,
I
man.
sell my sperm
So while we're talking about superheroes, which is all we talk about
every day.
every day, we're going to talk about some DC now. We're going to move away from Marvel for just a second.
Let's get it.
So, as everyone knows, DC kind of like dominates the animated genre for TV shows and movies
yes.
over Marvel for sure, because they just got so many solid titles. But we want to talk about the shows, and so we're going to name our top 5 favorite shows, and I'm going to let you go first.
Okay, let's see here.
Just kind of name them off in order, and then we'll kind of discuss the favorite.
Okay, the original Justice League.
Unlimited or just Justice League?
Just Justice League. Then there was, what else? Super Friends. Super Friends was so good.
Yeah, it was so cheesy. I loved it.
It was so good. What else? God, crap. Batman, Infinity or whatever. What is that one?
Beyond.
Batman Beyond.
Batman Beyond is
I had
great.
all the
Love
box
Batman
sets.
Beyond.
So good. What else? I just like that it wasn't like Batman's an old ass fuck.
Yeah.
And you got like this young, nice.
Well, in
spurtling
Justice
man.
League Unlimited, they cross over, and old
Ooh.
Batman, like old Bruce Wayne, meets Batman,
Yeah,
and Batman Beyond is like there. It's
Sex.
pretty fucking cool.
that sounds pretty good. What else? Let's see here. The original Batman animated. That was so good.
The animated series, yeah.
Yeah, the animated series. What am I at? I'm at 4.
I think was that 4 or was that 5?
I think that was 4. And then what else? Let's see here to cap it off. Have a little conundrum. Let me think here. Favorite animated. God, this is like my number. Well, no, this will be like my number 2. Probably when Scooby-Doo and Batman joined.
Yes, the
Probably the
Scooby-Doo
favorite.
Batman crossover. Oh yes,
The best animated. Oh my god.
So my top 5 list. I'm actually going to go in order.
Top five.
Top 5. This is my top 5 list. So I'm going to name other people's top 5 list.
Let's get it.
No, I'm just kidding. So we're going to start off with Justice League. No, we're going to start off with Superman the Animated Series.
Oh yes.
I did enjoy it, mainly just because it was part of that DC animated universe, which I love.
Yeah.
So we're going to start with that. That's my number 5 pick. Then we're going to hit up Justice League Unlimited, which was a continuation of the original Justice League show, but I am counting it as a different show.
Yeah.
I did like it. It had some very good story arcs, and it really kind of made you feel a lot like the original Justice League show did.
Oh god.
Then we're going to hit up Batman Beyond.
Batman.
Love Batman Beyond. These lists are going to overlap a lot because there aren't as many to choose from.
Very.
So that's 3, correct? Then Original Justice League, which is because that's one of my favorites. It's on Netflix now. I've actually been binge watching it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's great. Oh, crap. I'm going to take off Superman.
Take it off.
Actually, no, I'm going to leave Superman.
Leave it.
I'm taking off Justice League Unlimited and replacing it with Teen Titans.
God, I fucking hated Teen Titans.
Really? I love
Yes.
Teen Titans.
I
The
mean,
original.
I liked it when I was younger, but now that it's almost come to a point where I want to see very dark, hardcore, just something out of the other. You know, it's just like when you're watching Teen Titans, it's not made for.
Yeah, it almost
that
kind
older
of merges the
audience.
line of like anime and regular animation.
Yeah,
Which I don't like anime at all.
I don't like anime at all.
But I really like. I really like Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. What was it?
Teen Titans.
Teen Titans. I can't remember.
Something like that.
Something catchy.
And then my number 1 would have to be Batman the Animated Series. Not only is it my favorite DC animated series of all time, it's my favorite animated series of all time.
It's my favorite animation.
I do like the style. Have you seen BoJack Horseman while we're talking about animated shows?
God damn you, Dalton.
Have you?
Yes, I've seen season 1, and I stopped watching it because it's not really one of those shows that you can just... It's more one of those shows like when you're bored and you're like, okay, I'm going to watch this show.
No, dude, I binge watched all of season 1 in under a week. I just started season 2. Oh, the finale of season 1 had me almost in tears. And it's a cartoon.
Oh, wait, I think I am on season 2.
Yeah. I don't know how season 2
can't
goes.
remember.
I'm only 1 episode in.
I think I remember. Wait, is he... I think he has a ghostwriter and...
That's season 1.
That's season 1, I think
Yeah.
I'm at the end, yeah.
Yeah, so good.
So good.
Now back to what we're talking about. We're going to discuss our number 1 pick. So what was your number 1 pick, just to refresh?
Number 1 pick of my favorite
Animated,
animated?
yep.
Oh, well, obviously Batman animated.
Batman. So we both choose Batman.
Or Batman Beyond. Because I had all the box sets of
Batman Beyond is good. I'm talking about as you now, as an older man, not as a child. What's your favorite? Nostalgia aside.
Good God. Well...
Batman Beyond does have some very well-rounded arcs to it.
Yeah, it does.
But I feel like the Batman the Animated Series one-ups it, just in terms
That's
of like
true.
how cohesive the story is.
Do you remember that one episode in Batman Beyond where it was like they went... This is the only time I could really tell when it was like the future, when this was taking place. Well, like when I was a kid, when I was watching it, I was like, oh, it's just Batman.
Yeah.
Holy shit, he's just beating up people. When I realized that it was like so far in the future, because I thought it was like, oh, it's probably, near future, like, probably a century from now or something like that. When
Well, I mean, it is, because Bruce Wayne's
Well,
not
yeah.
dead.
Well, he's not dead, but he's also like a fucking maniac who
Crippled
only has
old
to
man.
sleep for like 3 hours. And also, did you know in was it Batman Forever or Batman? Fuck, I forgot the one with Michael Keaton. He
Batman
wears
89.
Jordan 6s instead of Batman. It's Batman Jordan 6. It's Batman Jordan 6. It's Jordan 6s connected to a piece of like
in Arrow
shin guards.
You've seen Arrow, right?
Yeah, I've seen Arrow.
His boots, they actually took Nike free runs.
Oh shit!
And they built the leather boot around the free run so that he could do all of his stunts.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that's probably what they did in Batman 89.
But it's Jordan 6s.
Yeah.
Do you know how dope? He's like the OG. Like that's automatically. Michael Keaton was already my favorite, other than Christian Bale.
See,
Ben Affleck, he's reaching though. He's coming up.
My favorite is Ben Affleck.
Yeah.
Then Keaton. Then Bale.
Wait, Ben Affleck is your favorite Batman?
Yeah. I love Ben Affleck as Batman. I don't like how he just straight up murdered people.
Well,
but that was more writing than it was him. I think he really. Basically, the reason I like it so much is because he looks just like Bruce Wayne from Batman the Animated Series.
Yeah, he does.
And he's got the same charisma, and he also captures the best Bruce Wayne, I think.
Yeah, that just like $1 million playboy who's just like, he's down, he's ready to save,
and his
but
fighting
he's also
style.
ready to fuck.
His fighting style, straight out of the Arkham
it's because
games.
he's a brute, and that's how Batman should be, an agile brute who's just ready to fuck shit up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I don't think Bale had quite the same fighting.
Bale was
It was
like,
almost more of like a slow limbering.
Yeah, he wasn't even really. It was more like he was just agile without the brute.
Yeah.
Not even really agile. He was a slower agile.
I also didn't like his Batman voice.
Well, I mean, nobody liked his Batman voice, but they all loved his Batman.
I like his Bruce Wayne more than I like his Batman, and I like the movies a lot more than I like his Batman.
Yeah, but the thing is like you can't compare them because they're at different points in Bruce Wayne's life. So it's like you can't really. It's like it's almost he was seasoned, and that's why Ben Affleck is like you have to respect him.
I really hate it.
He did such a well.
When people say that like you can't compare. Like somebody told me the other day that I couldn't compare Heath Ledger's Joker to Jared Leto's, and
but
I'm
you
like,
can.
like they're both the Joker. Like that would be like I could
you
understand.
You can't compare
if
that
I said,
dove to the other dove.
Like,
it's an older dove.
Yeah, right. Like that. I don't. Whatever.
Fuck you.
like I get it. If I said like comparing Superman and Batman, then you could be like, yeah, you can't compare those two. They're two like one. Yeah,
they're two different. Yeah,
but I'm still gonna compare them because they're both superheroes. But you're comparing literally the same character. You can compare.
But it's hard to compare when they're in like different settings and different writing and different movies.
A fight between Ben Affleck's Batman and Christian Bale's Batman. Ben Affleck
would win.
He would kill him.
Yeah, he would obviously murder him.
Yeah, and Michael Keaton.
And that's why you can't just compare them both because they're not the same at all.
Michael Keaton would just break a vase and say, "Now you want to get nuts?
Yeah.
Come on,
let's get nuts."
I love that scene.
Oh, sex.
That's why I like him better than Christian Bale, just because of that scene.
I like him better because of that one scene where he what is it? The shit. Fuck. It's like in the middle of the night, and she wakes up, and she looks over, and he's just doing like an ab workout. He's doing an ab workout.
He's not even doing an ab workout. He's hanging upside down.
He's hanging upside
sleeping.
down. He's like, "What the fuck are you doing, you damn bat?"
He's sleeping like a bat. Oh, symbolism.
So great.
You want to get nuts?
Let's get nuts.
Let's get nuts.
What if you just? That would be so good. Oh my god.
Okay, so while we were talking about animated shows,
yeah,
but we're not anymore. Segues, those are weird. So favorite animated Marvel show?
Favorite animated Marvel show? Do I have to do 5?
No, just your one.
Okay.
Just your top favorite.
Top favorite. Maybe it was Spider-Man when they were making the animated Spider-Man, or it was the X-Men.
X-Men's good.
X-Men's
Plus
good.
the theme song obviously takes the cake.
X-Men.
Takes
the cake.
Takes the cake.
Let's just use that from now on. Takes the cake.
Takes the cake.
Takes the cake.
You know that's like a real phrase, right? I'm not just making that up.
That's a very underused phrase.
It is. It really is.
It's very underutilized.
I like X-Men. I like all the '90s nostalgia where
Yes.
they're like he's gonna break the VCR. Like
who the fuck has a VCR?
I mean, it was the '90s, bro.
Well, I mean, yeah, but like now when you're watching,
they actually shipped out the last shipments of VCRs last month. They made the last set and shipped them out to stores. The last company still making VCRs.
Now, what are they making now?
It's all DVD and Blu-ray, bro.
Who the fuck makes Blu-ray anymore?
Everyone.
I'm joking.
Blu-ray
it was a joke. Dalton, Calm your tits.
I think eventually DVDs are going to go the way of the VCR,
I feel like that as well.
and then it's all going to be digital. Like they're not going to invent anything
God, I
else.
would hate digital. You always need at least something physical.
I'd say like like you buy a DVD case and it's got like your code to download your digital movie, and so you can still
Just a
have your
waste of
library.
plastic. Still have your library.
So you are you going with X-Men as your favorite?
Yes, X-Men.
Okay, mine is going to be Spectacular Spider-Man.
Spectacular.
It's a little more recent,
Yeah.
but I was probably 10 when it came out, and I just ate it up. It only ran 2 seasons because they canceled it. I ate my cake up.
Ate that cake.
I ate the cake.
It took the cake.
It took the cake, and I ate it. So it got canceled, and they replaced it with the new Spider-Man show.
Yeah.
What is it? No, not Spect.
There was
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Ultimate Spider-Man.
Drake Bell plays Peter Parker. He actually does a
Bell.
pretty good job.
I see.
Somehow the world is made.
Me
That was
so
iCarly.
I know, but he came and he sang in that because like
Oh.
when they did Drake and Josh.
Well, Drake and Josh ended so that iCarly could happen.
Yeah, I know. And then he came and he sang.
No, the girl who plays Carly sang that.
No, and he also sang.
Oh, does he do
Have you
part
seen
of
the
it?
music video? There's a music video.
I haven't
for
seen
it.
the music video.
I watched the music video.
So Spectacular Spider-Man did a really good job of capturing some
Spider-Man.
comic stories. And
Yeah.
it also, like, of course it was for kids because it's a cartoon.
Yeah.
But, like, they did some things, like, with Harry, in the comics, Harry Osborn, he has a really bad drug problem at one point.
Yeah.
And it's, and so in this, they make it's the Green Goblin serum. So he's taking the Green Goblin serum like it's a drug, and he really he becomes the Green Goblin at some point. It's a really good show.
They did a really good job of. I still feel like they should have put the drug use in because then that can like show kids, you shouldn't do heroin.
Well, yeah, but then it would just be like, hey, you shouldn't do heroin.
That's true. It's a good way of. I mean, still.
Yeah, still.
It's still.
Ben Stiller.
Ben Still.
Er.
Or ER.
ER.
Emergency room.
So this is a little segment that we're going to do about the middle of every show from now on.
Okay.
It's called the Comic Book Shout Out.
Let's get it.
So basically, I'm going to read a comic book, or I read several comic books all the time.
Yeah.
And so eventually I'm going to get all of y'all to start reading, and then we're going to discuss our favorite and make that the favorite, the comic book shout out. And whoever wins is going to get to do the actual shout out. But as for now, I'm going to be the only one doing it. This one's actually a series, not just one comic book.
Okay.
It's Superman American Alien.
Ooh.
It starts off, first issue, he's like a little kid.
Yeah.
And the opening panel is him he's like middle of the air. He's like probably 6. He's middle of the air and his mom's like holding onto his leg. He's like, Mom, I can't stop. I can't stop. And he's just
Pussy.
like flying his mom up. And he's like, don't let go. I'm so sorry. Like he's like legitimately terrified. And then like his mom slips and he like catches her and then they both like fall to the ground. But he like puts his body under her and it doesn't hurt. It's so good. The first issue is amazing. And then it kind of gets to his teenage years in the second one. And he's like, he's getting into trouble. He's like drinking and cussing with his friends.
Oh, good.
Because he's a teenager.
Yeah.
And so then there's a murder in Smallville, and so Clark, the police, basically everybody in Smallville knows he's got these powers because it's such a small town.
Yeah.
So everybody would know. And so like the police is like, hey, can you help us find this guy? And he basically says like, no, because he,
Fuck that shit.
he doesn't say it like that. It's more of like a reserved like
You said he was cussing.
I can't. It's
I
more
can't?
like I can't do it. I don't want to expose myself. Blah blah blah.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he's got this built-up rage, and that's something we never really see is Superman having actual feelings. This is why
Having a personality,
This is one of my
emotions.
favorite modern Superman comics of all time because it really gives Superman an actual character.
Which is good.
Lex Luthor's great in it. They meet when he goes to Metropolis, and then it really shows him becoming Superman. It shows like his first Superman costume, and he's wearing like a pilot's helmet and like goggles and like a bulletproof vest with like the Superman logo painted on it.
Oh my god.
Oh, it's great. It's so good. You should definitely check out the series. So go to your local comic book store, pick it up, maybe. Or if not, maybe not. If you want to pirate it online, I'm not suggesting that. And I'm not saying that's what I did. Because you should.
Totally didn't do it.
Yeah, and if you do, definitely go out and buy it. Support the creators because it's just so good.
So good.
I would like to see it adapted into a movie. The later, like 6 and 7 issues, it's 6 and 7. It only goes to 7 issues.
Okay.
But like 6 and 7, where he really becomes Superman, I would love to see that version of Superman in a movie.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
to actually have a character. For
Yeah,
Superman.
I'll let you borrow my copies,
Okay. Yeah.
and then you can read it, and
Totally.
we can talk about it sometime.
Just email me. I mean, send or give it to me. The physical copy you have.
There you go. Let's keep this legal. Do you want to talk a few video games real quick?
Yeah, let's get video games going. Let's see here. So, Infinite Warfare, I wouldn't say announced. Well, kind of all saw it coming. Zombies.
Okay.
They sent out their trailer.
Cool,
It's
cool.
looking pretty hot.
I'm looking
Basically,
pretty hot.
yes, you are actually. I love. What are you wearing? What is that shirt?
I don't know. My girlfriend got it for me.
I really like it.
Yep.
She did a good job. And the jeans, and the wooden watch.
I bought the jeans at Walmart.
Those are nice jeans. Are those diesel jeans?
No, they're Levi's.
They're Levi's. Ooh,
Yeah.
Levi Strauss.
Yeah.
I like that. Okay. Let's get back on. Okay. So basically, it's set in the 80s, and it's just
Cool.
you're fucking shit up.
That's always good.
I don't really know the backstory to it. I really just watched the
Does
trailer.
anybody need a backstory to a video game?
You don't really need a backstory to zombies. Honestly, you just go in and you start having sex with a gun called fingering. You finger the trigger.
Speaking of
Flicking the bean.
Speaking of having sex, I know that in No Man's Sky they found some dick-shaped aliens.
Oh. Dick-shaped
They were
aliens.
like alien giraffes, and their heads just look like dicks.
Really?
Yeah. No Man's Sky is getting like a lot of backlash.
Why?
I don't know. I haven't played it any. I was gonna get it on PC, but I haven't played it any. And it's getting a lot of hate.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Should we take a look at the hate?
No, I don't really. We can talk about it next week.
I feel that.
Yeah. Well, I want to play it a little before I talk about it.
Well, most definitely, yeah.
Have you played it any?
No, I haven't, but I've seen.
I've heard.
Yeah.
I've heard good things and bad things, and the most bad thing I've heard is that it gets old really quick.
Yeah.
But I really like sandbox games. Those are my favorite type.
Yeah, those
like,
are.
your Grand Theft Autos, Fallout 4. What are some other sandbox games?
So, Just Cause 3.
There you go.
Just Cause 2.
What's the one where you hack?
You hack. Oh, Minecraft?
No, like you.
Oh, Minecraft is a great
like
sandbox
you hack
game.
Stuff. I have played a little bit.
Oh, you hack stuff. Oh, Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs.
Watch Dogs was terrible.
Really?
Shittiest game I've ever played.
I haven't played
Well, it wasn't shittiest game. If they didn't hype it up so much, if it was just like, here's a game, make what you want of it. If they didn't hype it up in such a way, it would have been great. But they just
Okay.
just took it to a new level of hype.
Skyrim. That's another sandbox game.
That's a great Skyrim. It's a great Skyrim.
So basically, what they kind of advertise this as is Skyrim in space,
Yeah.
and that's
Skyrim in space.
Skyrim in space.
Skyrim in space. I always
Wouldn't
saw
that
it
be
as more of
awesome?
like a Minecraft in space.
Or
It just looked like
Grand Theft Auto
not
in
even
space.
not even. It looked like its own game.
Yeah,
'Cause
it's
then
a
like,
sandbox game.
You basically like fucking shoot things. You can like in the game. I know you can actually drive like races of like I guess
Spaceships.
entities. Yeah, no, drive races into extinction. Like of entities.
That's
yeah.
awesome.
Like
I know
you
you can
can
still-
never see like a certain animal, or I wouldn't say animal, but alien, I guess.
I do want to play a little bit, so I'll probably try.
Yeah,
I'll try to put it on my computer.
totally legally buy that.
Yeah, I will legally buy this game to play it.
Get the physical copy.
Yeah, I'm gonna get the physical.
Yeah, get the
copy of
physical
game.
Yum.
Anyway,
Okay.
so that's all the video game talk we've got for today. Zane's actually going to do a video game editorial,
Yeah.
which will be great. It'll be his first editorial on his own. Jamie's going to do an editorial, so it'll be his first editorial on his own, and I'm going to do an editorial over the. They announced Adam West, who played Batman in the '60s show.
Yes.
Right. Him and Burt Ward, who played Robin in the '60s show. Mm-hmm. They're doing an animated movie,
Are you serious?
a continuation of the '60s show with those two back.
That will be great.
That's what I'm going to talk about in mine. We're going to do a hopes and concerns video.
Love it.
But while we're talking about the '60s show, Cesar Romero, obviously the Joker,
Yeah.
great design, definitely.
Great design. Yeah.
So we're just going to talk
The
about
father.
our favorite live action Jokers in order. So there are 4 of them that we're going to talk about all 4, and we're going to list our order from least favorite to favorite.
Okay.
Just to keep in mind, we're going to give our overall first, and then we're going to base it off of design. So the favorite design, favorite characters, and then our favorite motives. So you're going to start it off with your just overall favorite.
Okay.
And then go down
Overall
from there.
favorite. It's going to be a tie between Jack Nicholson.
Love Jack Nicholson.
Love Jack Nicholson and Heath Ledger.
Heath Ledger's Joker was just on another level, dude.
He literally died playing Joker. So I think he won.
Went so crazy.
He probably won the battle, but maybe not the war. But yes, I'm going to have to say that, I don't know, Jack Nicholson was like an original gangster.
Yeah,
when
and
he played the
that's
Joker.
the biggest problem that people have with his Joker is that he was more of a gangster.
Yeah.
But I think that he had the character down. Like,
That's
he was
what-
so crazy.
Dalton, you can't compare them because they're just so different. I'm gonna have to say, just because Jack Nicholson was like, I would like to say a turning point for the Joker.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to say Jack Nicholson.
Jackelson?
Jackelson. I'm gonna have to say.
He's your favorite?
I'm gonna have to say that. Yeah,
So, and obviously Heath Ledger is your second favorite.
he's my second favorite.
Now let's go to third favorite. You've got Romero and Leto left to choose from.
Probably Romero because Leto isn't even going to be on this. I'm going to throw him right in the
So
garbage.
he's your fourth. He's your
not-
least favorite Joker.
Oh, he's
so far.
he's my least favorite. Yes,
Okay.
he's not even my least favorite.
Why do you like Romero so much?
Why do I like Romero so much?
Yeah.
Well, because he's like the father of the Joker. He's like Grandpa.
He is Grandpa Joker.
He's Grandpa Joker.
So my list is going to be very similar. I'm
Okay.
switching two around. Ledger's going to be my favorite
Ledger.
because he captured the Joker. He is. I don't. There aren't even really words to describe how great of a Joker he was.
Good Joker.
I mean, he kicked ass and he didn't give a fuck.
He didn't give a fuck.
Not a flying fuck and not a sitting fuck.
And not a fuck in the ass, not a fuck in the mouth,
He
not
may
a
have
fuck in
given
the eyes, not a
He
fuck in
probably
the
gave a
mouth.
couple of those
Oh, he probably.
in the mouth.
He probably, because he doesn't care. He doesn't give a
Exactly.
fuck, but he will.
With Batman, he
will
probably made Batman suck his dick.
made Batman suck his dick?
Yeah, Batman probably
Like that part in The Hateful Eight where he makes him suck his dick.
Yeah,
Spoiler.
for
spoiler.
warmth.
For warmth. And then he doesn't
And
get the
then he
warmth.
shoots
And
him.
he shoots him.
Okay. So second favorite's going to be Nicholson. Again, like you said, I think Nicholson was just he was perfect casting.
Mm-hmm.
Not only that, he looked like the Joker.
Yes.
And then Romero, just because he's crazy, dude.
Yeah,
He's
crazy. He's
just
fucking crazy, bro.
I mean, all the Jokers are crazy, but he was crazy
was
on
wild.
another level.
On another level.
Like I remember one episode, he turned all of the water in Gotham to like raspberry jam or Jello or something like that. Like he put Jello mix like in the water, and then like in the winter, and then it all like got cold and it turned into like solid Jello.
What a prankster.
What a prankster!
Also probably killing millions.
They never showed him kill anyone.
They never showed it.
They never showed it.
Wink.
I remember one time he had a surfing competition with Batman.
I think I
Just to
I
run for
remember
mayor.
that.
Just to run for mayor. Like, which one of us is going to be the mayor? Looks like we got to have a surfing competition to figure it out.
Yeah,
Because
okay.
Gotham's on the coast.
Romero might be at my like 1.5. Like right between.
I think he's great. Just
He's
because
so good.
His antics.
He's literally the man who did not give a fuck.
Yeah, exactly.
But he gave so much of a fuck that he just gave a fuck about not fucking.
And then Leto, I didn't hate Leto, but I definitely didn't like him. And I think I didn't like him so much because we didn't see enough of him.
Yeah, I felt like if he had, more of a significant role. Also, if they portrayed him correctly.
Yeah,
They
I
didn't-
think we
yeah.
have to wait until we see another movie with him.
And yeah, where he's like,
Because we got,
actual
what,
Joker.
12 minutes of
Yeah.
him? And they advertised him like he was going to be throughout the whole movie. They actually cut 5 whole scenes of him, and they literally said, Jared Leto said that if I died tomorrow, that there would be enough footage for a Joker villain in a Batman movie.
Well, he was probably... Didn't they make... They made like 3 different movies, didn't they say that?
Yeah, something like that. And the one
So
they
he-
released was cut by a trailer company.
Yeah. Cut by a
Yeah, Jared Leto was pissed.
Yeah.
Because he got into the character.
Well, yeah, he was like literally...
He,
Didn't they say he never came out? Or no, we didn't... It would like take a while for him to come out of character.
Well, when
like,
he was,
all the time
if
on
he was
set.
on set, he was in character.
He was in character.
When he left, he got out of character.
Yeah.
I think his friends like noticed he was like being meaner. He sent dead rats to Harley, the girl, to Margot Robbie.
Oh, shit.
He sent her a dead rat and a love letter. He sent used condoms to some people
Oh, fuck yes.
and a dead hog he had brought out
A dead
on
hog.
the set.
I like dead hogs. So, dead hogs. Good God. Well, obviously, I mean, Jared Leto, he's not going to be your favorite, but he's going to be the guy I would say he's going to be the man who's probably going to take the role over. I wouldn't say that I wouldn't want to see another Joker, but that would be a lie because I want to see different people play the same character, because then that really gives you like, who's the better character? Who's the worst character? Who's in there? It's kind of like when Jay-Z said, oh no, it was actually Snoop. Snoop said, your best shit ain't even better than my worst shit. And that's what I'm really going to take that into, as, like, I guess my saying, or, my way of saying that I want to see another one. I want to see a darker Joker, because they didn't portray him correctly at all. They, I mean, the whole relationship with Harley Quinn and the Joker was just, it wasn't here nor there. I mean, they didn't even show, so I don't want to say it's rumored, but it was said that there was a scene where the Joker hits Harley. And I think it was in, they said they made 3, or 3 different movies, well, with different scenes. And they said that one of the complete scenes was all the scenes together was like a darker, more just out there film. And I feel like I wanted to see that because it's Suicide Squad. It's literally called Suicide Squad, and it's about villains, and villains are dark. And if it was a superhero movie, I wouldn't. Well, I mean, maybe if it was like Batman or something who's really dark, I would want to see a darker film. You don't want to see a not dark film, like a happy, upbeat film with villains. You want to see like some dark shit. Like I wanted to hear like rape jokes, like not, like I wanted to hear just straight up rape jokes. I wanted to hear, cutting. Oh, I mean, they kind of got that. They didn't get rape jokes. I mean, that's obviously not going to be a part of it, but they got, some shit about, her sword with her dead husband, and he's talking to it, and then Deadshot's just like, what the fuck? And then, which also another character I loved was Deadshot, and that's only when I'm going like just completely off into Suicide Squad, was that basically I loved his character because they just really, he was the one with the character, he really just brought it out. And I've been talking for so long, Dalton, how you doing? But yeah, they just really brought out his character, really just gave it, and that's one of the reasons, because they built him up so much, and that's why I'm going to say I want to see another Joker.
So I wasn't in. I didn't really hear what you had to say, so just kind of sum it up for me.
So yeah, basically I was just talking about Jared Leto's Joker and how it was a disappointment and how I would like to see more Jokers, but how it wasn't really his fault because it was just Suicide Squad wasn't written. I don't want to say it was written horribly, but I want to say it wasn't written well. Yeah.
Okay, so my favorite Joker, clearly, Heath Ledger. Your favorite Joker, clearly, Jackie
Jackelson.
So that's going to do it for this week's episode of the Nerd Meets World podcast. Thank you for tuning in, and we'll see you again when we meet again right here.
Kiss.
Love you guys.
Bye. XOXOXOXOXOXXX Pornhub.com.
/Nerd Meets World.
The faggots, the spastic fat chicks who sit in the back with no one to do their lap.